Good morning, dear students. Welcome to another session of Computer Networks Lab. In previous session, we dealt with the introduction related to NCTUNS tool usage. So, in which we configured, say, a sender and a receiver as a TCP, which were using TCP protocol, and then we made use of a hub and tried to see how we can analyze, how we can draw topology, then how we can edit that topology, and then how we can run the overall simulation and see what all things had happened related to the statistical analysis. So, following those steps itself, let us move further and try to see what is the first experiment related to. Now, in the first experiment, we basically look to implement a point-to-point network which will be consisting of 4 nodes, and it should be having duplex communication links between them. And we have to analyze the overall performance of the system by setting some parameters. Now these parameters will be set by default. So what we'll be doing is we'll be checking out the throughput and the collision and the drop of packets which are happening in order to see the overall network performance. So in previous lab we had seen that through VM, in order to go to Fedora, we had used VMware. So under VMware, we went to Fedora 8, and then we went to NCTUNS tool. So already I have run and kept it ready. So in order to run the entire NCTUNS tool, so three things we have to do. First, open the terminal and open the dispatcher. So once this dispatcher is open, don't close this terminal, just minimize it. Next, again open the terminal, new terminal, and click coordinator and type coordinator and click enter. So minimize this. So coordinator and dispatcher are open. So in order for the NCTUNS to work, these two should be coordinating with each other in order to establish the communication between the nodes. If these are closed, then NCTUNS will not work. So next, opening the NCTUNS tool, NCTUNS client. So type this command and press enter. So which opens the NCTUNS tool. Now let us conduct the experiment as we mentioned in previous slide. So here we have to make use of uh, three nodes. So in this one, if you can see that there are several button options which are available here. So if I just hover on that, then I can see what that button is meant for. Select, delete, so create a label. So the hub, switch, host, router, access point, then subnet host. So these are just a few things what we'll be going through. Then create a point-to-point link. So these are a few things which are available. Apart from these are a few other buttons. That is what we had seen in the previous class. That is draw topology, edit property, run simulation, and playback. So let us now create a network or a topology which will consist of 4 nodes. So nodes are nothing but the hosts what are present in this case. So just try to search out where the host option is. Click on that button and then click uh, on the editor screen. So here since the mouse is sensitive, what is happening is I'm getting an extra host being placed. So these are the 4 hosts or the nodes what we have placed. Now I have to establish a point to point link between them. In order to establish that link, what we'll be doing is we'll be making use of a hub. Hub is a physical layer device. So in order to establish this link between these 4 nodes, we can just try to say where point to point link is available. So we can just see here when we hover around, we have a create point to point link. Select this and click the host to whom you want to establish a connection. So click this and drag and release it up to the destination point where you want to establish the link. So once I do that and release that button, release the click, the link will be established. So I want to have a link between these two, and these two. So now all these four nodes are having point to point link between them via the hub. So this is the topology what we have to look out for. Now once the topology is set up, we have to edit the properties. So in order to edit this, so hover around the letter E, so which basically helps us to edit the property. So click on E. So before doing that, we have to save this file. So better save it in the root, because NCTNS itself is opened in root. So in this one, we'll write it as so I have typed it as Rudra AXPT experiment 1. So I'll save it. So please remember the name, whatever you have saved it. So in order to do, even once we do this, what happens is IP addresses will be assigned randomly to the nodes which are available here. So if I have to check the IP address, so hover on this blue cross, which is blue square which is present over there. So this gives me port ID 1 and IP address of 1.0.1.1 next, which is of node 1. So next node 1.0.1.2 is the IP address, and its port ID is 1. Next 1.0.1.3, next 1.0.1.4. So these are the IP addresses of these four. Now we have to establish a duplex communication. So in order to have this duplex communication, what I'll be doing is I'll be configuring two nodes, and others I'll just be keeping it off in order to see that some drop is happening. So in this case, we can see that we can make node 1 as the sender, and say node 4 as the receiver, and let us make use of TCP in order to do that. So double click on the host as we had specified previously. Click on add button. Say I'll run the simulation for a shorter duration of time, say 30 seconds. So in this one, since I want to make it as a sender and making use of the TCP protocol, the command is yes TCP space hyphen port. So port number is say 2000, and the length of the packet is 1024, and to whom I want to send it. So since I had chosen the node 4 as the receiver and node 1 is the sender, so I should be typing the node 4's IP address, that is 1.0.1.4, which is the IP address of the receiver. So then click OK. So if anything has to be edited, or some typing error or typo error has happened, then select that line and modify it. So at present, I hope everything is correct. So let us move further. So now we have to, in order to log the characteristics or the statistical analysis, I have to keep a track of those things. In order to keep a track of those things, what I can do is I can go to node editor. In this, select Mac 8023, double click that. Then since I want it to be a full duplex, so select full duplex. Then select log packet statistics. So under this, what I'll be choosing is I'll be choosing number of collisions, number of drop packets. Say since it is the outgoing node, I'll be selecting the throughput for the outgoing packets, and then click OK. So these are the statistical parameters what will be stored. So again, as I specified, don't close this, just press enter. So once we press enter, we come back to the previous window, say OK. So now node 1 has been configured. Now let us configure node 4 as a receptor. So if it is not not acting as a receiver, then it will be dropping all the packets which will be delivered to it. So add, then again say even in this case I'll be running it for around 30 seconds. Since it is a receiver and making use of transmission control protocol, so RTCP hyphen P port number 2000-L1024. And since it is a receiver, no need to specify any IP address further, since it is ready to accept all the packets which are being sent by the other nodes present on the network. So say okay. Now again I want to see the statistical parameters for this. So click on node editor, then again double click on MAC 8023, make it full duplex, log the packets, number of collisions, number of drop packets. Since only incoming packets are being utilized, so I'll select the throughput for the incoming packets. So this will give me the statistical analysis. Click OK, again press enter, say OK. So now we have configured the entire topology with its IP address and the statistical parameters what we want to look out, and who is sending and who is receiving. Now we have to run the configuration. So go to the letter R what is displayed, which specifies run simulation. So click run simulation. So topology is not yet saved, so just save the topology. So everything is done. So as I mentioned in a previous session also, please don't close this, just press enter at this moment. So once that is done, we have to run the entire simulation. That is, so I am in the run mode. So under simulation, click run. So you can see that the packets are being exchanged between them, and that is being run in the backend. So it will run for around, say, whatever configuration we have mentioned. So now simulation has been taken care, and it has been done. So we'll specify okay. Let us see the file transfer. So now we can see that simulation was done and the log was created, and if I want to see what all things had happened, so either I can just click this play. You can see so in this case we can observe a few things. Okay, we can see here that data is being sent from this end, and it is being received by the other nodes also. Since this is a hub, it will be, say, broadcasting whatever information it is getting to all the through the ports which is available. Now since this data is reaching even 2, 3 and 4, but R is configured as a receiver, these two are not configured as a receiver. So in that case what happens is they'll be dropping the packets. So that is what this X mark implies. Now if I want to see the collision, I can add another node and make it as a sender. And what happens if simultaneously 2 or 3 packets arrive from both the nodes, then collision will be occurring. So then we can check out the statistical analysis related to those. At present we will not be having any collision in this case at present, since only one sender is there and one receiver. The others are not configured for receiving the packets, and it is they drop the packets. That is what is being shown here. So I'll just stop the simulation here. If I want, again I can just play back, so you can just see the same thing will be displayed. So now this entire thing will be stored in the log files, and if I want to check that, go to gtools, plot graph, file, open, and I have to check out for Rudra experiment 1 dot results. So under this I'll be having all the information. Say I want to check for drop, so let me see what are the drops for the first node. Now since first node nothing is coming, there is no drop happening. So let us see for the other nodes. Okay, since I had just configured 1 and 4, if I configure in the same way for say 2 and 3, I'll be able to see the drop analysis. So those are the things what you can configure in order to see the drop statistics. So since at the other node 1 and node 4 we don't have any drop packets happening, so that therefore it is showing as 0. That is, nothing is being plotted over here, which is 0. Suppose I want to see the throughput, so which is this case. So you can see that after say 1 second of time, we have a maximum throughput which is occurring. So that is all the packets are being sent out on the port which is available. So this is how we can check out the statistical parameters. File open, then see any other thing we'll just check out. So input, let us check out. So here this is the input throughput which is present. So which is at node 4 n4 and on port 1. So these are the statistical parameters. So using this we can see how the overall network is behaving. So this is the experiment 1 what we have discussed. So let us wind up here. So let us continue with the experiment in the next class, next session. This is all for today. Thank you.